Hello guys, this is the real Mr. Tan, and today I'm going to show you how to solve very basic algebra by using the strategy of guess and check. So I always notice that a lot of you guys run into this kind of problem when you're fighting your monsters in Prodigy. And first of all, my response was, what the funny? Because I'm like, this looks like algebra to me. And being a middle school teacher, that's what I taught. So usually this is later on going to become X and Y, but it's not as hard as you think. And hopefully we can show you some strategies to help you practice the skill. So the first thing that this problem is testing you on is knowing what that means and that means. Obviously, the sum of a problem is the sum of a number. So we have to know that first. We need to know what a sum is. And the sum is the answer when two numbers are added together. Okay, so that's the first step, is you figure out what the sum is. This, and the difference, on the other hand, is the idea of the sum, the answer when two numbers are subtracted from each other. Okay, most middle school teachers, most most elementary school teachers know that you guys always subtract the big number from the small number. Don't do the negative numbers yet. That's sixth grade standards, okay? So that's the first thing that Prodigy is testing you, is do you really know what the definition of this word is and the definition of this word is? What they're also testing you is figuring out if you can find a secret pattern in the numbers that you combine, because honestly, you can combine any set of numbers and make 20, any set of numbers that are less than the number 20 to make 20. So that's the first step, is let's first figure out how to solve that problem. And let's figure out how to try to solve that part of the problem, which is this one, which is this part. We're trying to solve this part of the problem, is find the numbers that are the sum of 20. Got it? Good. Okay, so you may use scratch paper. You can also just start drawing in the Prodigy app like I usually do with your mouse and stuff, but I personally recommend just use scratch paper instead. So this is how we're going to solve it. It's really about guess and check, but you kind of have to notice that there's a pattern that they're doing. All right, so I'm going to guess. I think two numbers that make 20 obviously are 10 plus 10. The fingers do it with my toes. Okay, so 10 plus 10 is 20. That's great. Now, the second step is to figure out what if that will make the difference of 20. Makes the difference of 4. So does it? 10 take away 10 is 0. So clearly that's not the answer. But remember, any two numbers less than 20 will make 20 in a certain way. So let's keep guessing. How about just try this strategy? Move one number up and move one number down. If you notice, 11 plus 9 equals 20 as well. So as you notice, the 10 became an 11 and this 10 became a 9. So you're like, wait, so remember, when one number goes up, the other number must go down. Okay, so I'm going to try see if that works. 10 minus 11, 11 minus 9 is 2. So we're getting closer to that magic number. We're getting much closer to it than we did before. Okay, I'm going to try that strategy again, but this time I'm going to raise this number up by 1, and so 11 plus 1 becomes 12. And obviously you'll figure out, oh, wait a minute, 12 plus 8 is 20. Oops. 12 plus 8 is 20. And we're like, oh, let's see if that works. Now, I try to experiment again with this problem. 12 take away 8 equals 4. Woohoo! I think I got it. I think I got it. I think the answer is correct. So, of course, which one's the bigger number? Obviously, it's the number 12. And which one's the smaller number? Obviously, it's the number 8 because you want $12 more than $8, right? 12 is a bigger number than 8, okay? The strategy also works in other fun ways. So if we're gonna, so supposedly the answer, you're not getting really close to the answer. What if we tried a different, supposedly, since we've already solved this problem, I'm just showing you how the pattern works. If you take away a number on one end, you gotta add a number on the other end. So that makes 20 as well, okay? Remember, you can't do 9 take away 11 yet. Most kids will know that's -2, but that's 6th grade math. Instead, you're gonna have to always subtract the bigger number, the smaller number, from the bigger number, which we kind of did over here. Oh, and wait a minute. What about 8 plus 12? It's the same thing. So later on, you start learning this concept. So later on, this becomes the gateway to 6th grade algebra, because later on you'll be able to graph it. But I'm diverging ahead. In conclusion, the way to do this is first, figure out what two numbers make the sum. Use those to create a pattern. Then figure out which one of those makes, then for each one that you figure out, guess and check by doing subtraction to determine if it makes the correct difference. If it doesn't, go back to the drawing board and keep guessing until you figure out which number and two numbers end up becoming the correct answer. If you have any questions, feel free to always email me at aldrich.tan@alvardschools.net or post it on Prodigy. Till then, happy battling, students. I wish you the best of luck. Tan out.